All right, chicas, let's wrap it all up. Okay, so I want to review what you learned in Moisture Retention Blueprint. Remember, it's a 6 module program where I take you step by step how to moisturize your hair and how to retain more moisture in your hair so that you can love your hair more and enjoy your natural hair journey. All right, so let's go over what you learned all throughout the course. So module number 1 was all about black hair science. So I went over a simple black hair science. I talked about the cuticles. I talked about the 3 structural layers of your hair. So the cortex, medulla, cuticle, and I went over, their function, what they do, and how they contribute to moisture retention and keep your hair healthy. And then I zoomed in on one part, one layer, which is the cuticle. So I showed you, this the different images of the different stages of your cuticles. So what they look like when they're healthy, for average hair, bad news and breaking news, which is not what we want, obviously. And then module 2, I went over hair typing. So I actually shared 3 main hair types you should be familiar with, and not just what you see here, which is the curl type, right? So how coily or how curly is your hair? So I talked about, you need to know, the volume, the density of your hair, because that's all going to determine, how much product you need and what kind of product you are also going to need in your hair. And I shared how to determine your hair type as well. And then I summarized it regarding, how to take care of your hair depending on your hair type. All right, so module number 3, I went over porosity. So I dedicated a whole module to module number 3 because this is such a popular topic, especially when it comes to dry hair, choosing the right product, and keeping your hair moisturized. So I shared 2 popular ways, that people use to determine the porosity level, and I explained why those 2 popular ways are just wrong and they're not scientific and they are just junk science. And then I shared a common sense approach to determine your hair porosity. And I shared, I answered popular questions that has to do with porosity, such as, can you change your porosity, can you lower your porosity, how can you lower your porosity, and so on and so forth. In module number 4, I went over the 20 reasons why you consistently have dry hair, and I also shared what you do about each. So just in case you have a problem with one reason, what you do, and then depending if your environment changes, your routine changes, your health changes, and what can you do now that you are facing this other type of problem. So I dove right into all these multiple reasons why you constantly have dry hair. All right, so and then in module 4, I walked you through how to create a moisture retention regimen. And in this module was actually very wholesome, right? I covered different things. So I covered the different variation of wash days. I covered different variations of moisturizing techniques. So the LOC, the LCO, the LOCO, the LCG, the LOG. So different moisturizing techniques, that are out there in case the LOC method isn't working for you. Some other techniques you can also try in your hair as well. And I share different types of moisture retention regimen and how to build a daily moisture retention regimen and even a monthly one that you can replicate month after month and then all throughout the year. And then in the final module number 6, I walked you through how to form healthy hair habits. So, and I also went over the 5 M. So myth, misinformation, mistakes, and there's there's another mindset and how they affect moisture retention. And I shared how to form healthy hair habits and how to have positive mindset when it comes to your natural hair. All right. So again, leave a question for me in the comment section if you have any question. And in the next lesson, which is gonna be the final lesson, I'm gonna be walking you through the next steps. So what comes next after this course? Now that you've completed this course, and what is next? All right. So stay tuned for that lesson.